What's up, everybody? Smyers here. Today I want to show you how to make the lead to Stayinit by Fred again, Lil Yachty, and Overmono. That's just like one section of the song. He plays around with manipulating the sound in different sections of the song. Like he plays around with some of the pitch modulations that are going in the sound. I'm going to show you the main sound and then just some variations of doing some pitch modulation that we can do like I did in this section here. I don't know what he used for the original sound. It could be like an 808 pitched up really high, and then maybe he like automates some kind of like pitch modulation in it. But I wanted to, of course, try to figure out how I could do it in Serum. Now, starting from scratch, I've got a sidechain compressor. I will turn that off and go ahead and initialize this preset. Turn the voicing on to mono, and there's a bit of portamento going on, a bit of glide going on. I will set this to 90, so you can hear that sliding going on. Then this oscillator A, I want it to be almost like when you distort a sine wave, it gets a bit more square wave looking. So if he was using like an 808 and then distorted it, it would have more of like a square wave shape. So I will go to this saw rounded to square, and it says saw, but this kind of looks more like a, when I go up to here, it looks like a sine wave to me. So I want it to be a bit more square-like. I'll push it to there, to about, that is 16 on the wavetable position. And then you can take down this randomness because it's just going to be one voice of unison, or you don't really have to, but because it's kind of like a lead sound, it's not really that important, but I'm going to go ahead and take it down. And the envelope 1, I will give some release. The envelope 2 and 3, I will have the same settings on both of them. Setting the attack to 0, the release to 0, and setting the decay to 40. No, let's lower this sustain, and we'll do 20 on this decay. And I'm going to zoom in. And actually, I will do 40. So 40 milliseconds on the decay. I want to copy this over to envelope 3. This is what envelope 3 looks like. If I go to this envelope 2, hit Option on my keyboard on a Mac, click on here, drag it, I get the plus sign. Now I just copied it over. So 2 and 3 now, envelope 2 and 3 are the same. So like I was saying, he's playing around with some pitch modulation going on. When I listen to the original song, there, here I'll play the sound I made. You can hear this pitch thing going on in the beginning of each of the notes. Like the initial attack sounds like it's kind of like going up in pitch, like starting low and going high, or he also, I feel like, changes it where it starts high and goes low. So instead of like automating that, I figured I could just play around with my envelope 2 and 3 and assign them to the coarse tuning here. So I can click here and drag it to my coarse tuning like that, shift an option so it only goes one way, and set it to 12. But the thing is, I want it to be exactly 12 semitones. And in order for it to be exactly 12 semitones, then I need to go into my matrix and set the amount to 12 and do ST. Otherwise, this amount slider, it's not defined in semitones. It's defined by like 100. So this is something that I wasn't aware of. Like, it didn't say this in the manual. I actually saw this on some other tutorial online, and I was like surprised that this isn't like anywhere you can find in the manual to know how to do this. So 12 ST, and then I'm in my matrix right now, so I'll just show you how to do it from here. Envelope 3, destination, coarse pitch, and I want this one to be negative 12 ST, because this is, we're going to make it go from an octave lower to an octave higher really fast. Now the thing is, I don't want them both on happening at the same time. I just want to be able to turn one on, and then when I do that, turn off the other. So what I figured I could do is I could assign them both to the macro knob. So that is where I'm going to go to this aux source and assign my macro knob to the aux source for both of them. But if I turn this to 100%, then it's going to turn both of them on. So that's not what I want. What I need to do is go to this modulation on envelope 2 and do inverse. So now when my macro knob is at 0%, it is going to have this envelope 2 turned on. So you can see that blue thing is moving, it's being activated, and we hear the pitch starting higher and going lower really fast at the beginning of each of the notes. And then if I drag the macro knob up to 100%, it's going to turn on this envelope 3. So you can see now that blue line on this envelope 3 is modulating. I don't want to really use this like anywhere else, like in the middle here. I really just want to use it at 0% and 100%. So let me go and label this. I'll do up and this one's down, I guess, because we're starting higher, lower, or I could do like label this higher and lower. So now at the beginning of this progression, I'm going to automate that. So let's view the automation. And so now I have the macro knob automating from 0% to 100%. So there you can hear the effect there. So that is something that I just creatively came up with to make this preset a bit more interesting. Otherwise, it's not that interesting of a preset. It's just like this rounded square wave. So then after that, I will add on a chorus, and this rate 0.05, got the delay turned up, the depth at 7.2 milliseconds, feedback at 35, and then I have this low pass filter turned on, and the mix is at 100%. And it gives it this like wide chorusy sound by setting the mix at 100%. Then I'll add on a delay at about 30%, half note delay, ping pong delay, mixes at 40%. And then I'll just add on a Hall reverb, size and decay. Size is at 40%, decay is at 6%, bit of a low cut, more of a high cut there, and then the mix is at 35%. So pretty cool sound. That's how you make that lead to Stayinit. I'll put a link to download this preset in the video description. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and give it a like. And also, if you are not yet subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. And if you would like to grab any of my Serum preset packs, head on over to store.smyers.com.